Hey Raphael, here at ROLI. We've got some updates to the Equator synthesizer, right?
Absolutely, yes.
So tell me what they are.
Right, so we've got some exciting features now in Equator, where, let me just select a sound. So now previously we had strike and we had polyphonic pressure and glide, but now we can actually slide on the Seaboard. We can do this movement here, and we can play with lift, which is another dimension. So the Seaboard Rise introduces 5 dimensions.
Oh, so it's a whole new dimension of control.
That's right, we have 5 dimensions now, which the Seaboard Grand, which we had last year, didn't have. So we've kind of developed the expression on the Seaboard by 2 dimensions.
So you can map the lift
so we have,
to...
Yes, we have slide and we have lift. And you know, strike, glide and press from the Seaboard Grand. So slide allows you to assign something on the y-axis, and for example, if I use this sound here, you can see it here as I move my...
so you can do like a custom curve as well?
Absolutely. You can change the curves depending on what you want to do. You can create logarithmic, exponential curves as well. And obviously, this is polyphonic, so I can play one sound. And that's polyphonic. We've also introduced a bunch of faders here on the left, which allow us to actually change how the expression behaves over time. So with slide, I can right now it will take the whole length of the key wave
for the entire travel, right?
And now I may decide that maybe I want to just use an inch of that, and within 1 inch have the full modulation expression happen. So we have these faders. So this actually controls the slide. This one controls glide, which we didn't have on the Seaboard Grand. And also we can control how pressure behaves as well. So we have these...
Is that a different mode? Because before they just controlled the intensity, did they not?
Yeah, they control... Well, it depends on which one you access. On the glide slider, you can control the full mode where everything is fluid and continuous, and then you can lower the range, and then you can introduce a slide pitch rounding to the note.
So like quantization almost.
Kind of, yes. Yeah. And then you can switch it off completely. So you have several interactions.
Which is what you do when you're first starting to learn how to play the instrument.
You can. Although I would advise for any Seaboard player to actually practice in the full mode, because then you learn how to control the pitch from the first day, like on a guitar. So you develop a good sense of pitch.
Right, okay, gotcha.
Although it's also helpful to use the quantization as well.
So effectively, it's sort of given. So just to recap, Equator is the software instrument that the ROLI Seaboard is designed to control natively, right? Exactly.
So it's custom made. It has a lot of features which really fit the Seaboard well, and I can actually take you through a very quick way of how to create the sound very easily. So I'm going to create a new sound here, select, for example, a sine wave, and I'm going to use a looped envelope. So this is my looped envelope here. So now if I play this sound, I can play with the loop. Now I can assign it to any modulation source, like for example slide. So slide is selected. Now I will make it faster via slide. So right. But now maybe I want to slow it down again on glide. So I select glide, and then I'm going to slow it down on glide. Right. And maybe now I want to switch the pitch off completely. So I'm going to double click. It's gone. So faster movement. Now, it's a bit boring, let's make it more interesting. So I've got a ring modulator here. I'm going to send that up. Oscillator 2. I'm going to slightly detune these as you do. And then
that's very expressive, isn't it?
Very easy, very quick.
So I'm guessing people who are into maybe modular synthesis are going to be thinking,
yeah, you can
have some control voltage out of that, please?
Exactly. And in terms of new features, we have some nice features that maybe will satisfy the electronic musicians. So I'm going to select a sound, which is this one here. It's called step sequencer. We don't have a step sequencer in Equator, but we can simulate it. So now I can play a note. So I'm using looped envelopes, I'm using LFOs to create complex rhythms. So that's playing, but now I can actually access this panel here as well. I can switch modes, and now I have CC mode on the faders and my XY pads, so I can do this. So lots of fun.
So I'm guessing people are probably asking you all the time, can Equator be purchased separately? Because it's a really powerful instrument.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Well, it's looking really good. I love the animations on the interface.
Yes.
It's got
so
a really
let me play a pad sound so you can see. So we've got this lovely pad based on the single cycle waves. We have wavetables built into Equator, obviously. So now with this sound, I can play a very simple chord like this. And as you can see, you can see all the modulation going on. Actually, you can disable that if you don't want to have modulation visible, so disable animation, and then it's static. So we have some options there to control the software.
That's awesome, and this is these new features are available now for...
It is. And actually, we forgot about lift. Let me quickly show you what lift can do, because it's really, really cool. I'm going to use this bass sound here, and imagine it's like an acid bass. Right. So I'm playing a note. Now I can create an extra layer of sound by... Right, I can make it more obvious. So let me make it more obvious.
Is that release velocity that you're using?
Exactly. So I'm going to switch the FM on, and I'm going to assign lift to the FM depth A parameter, and now, okay, so now I can play. So an extra layer to control.
That's lovely. So, I mean, I've seen some of the demos on the stage, and some of the expressivity is sort of mind-blowing. It really is. And that must be very rewarding if you're making sounds and making an electronic instrument.
Say again, sorry.
It must be very rewarding to have people be able to express the sounds so brilliantly.
I mean, we love it, our users love it, and especially when you have, every type of sound can benefit from the Seaboard. I personally love a lot of ethnic sounds, and when you get at the kind of nuance that you can do with the Seaboard, I'm going to use the browser. I've got a nice new browser, Mallet, and I'm going to select this preset here. It's one of the new presets that we have. So now I'm going to play a chord here. Obviously, as we know, everything is polyphonic, so I can play a chord here, and then So you don't have to be a virtuoso to play something very lyrical, organic. Just a few notes, and it, you know, swims and moves. And
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Raphael.
pleasure. Thank you.